Hi, this is Julien Stoutt, licensed personal trainer, licensed PE teacher, world record powerlifter, here to take the fear out of fitness. Guys, go ahead and if you like this video, go ahead to click the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would like to have you subscribe so that way you can always have access to my content. Click the subscribe button, click the all notifications, and you will have my content every time I post any major content. Today's topic is what happens when you lose the right mindset. Now, I don't know about but every time you hear some fitness person or anybody that you admire talks about something, they always talk about the mindset of positivity, the mindset of positivity, gratitude, mindfulness. All of these things they talk about, and a lot of you are looking at the screen, whether it's my screen or anyone else's screen. You look at the screen with a little look on your face, like, really? Come on, man. Positive thinking helps me get fit. If positive thinking helped me get fit, I would have been fit a long time ago. Wrong. You're definitely wrong about that, because I guarantee you weren't thinking positive at any point in time if you're not in shape. If you're not in any type of shape or not remotely close to the body that you know you want and the body that you, in fact, can have based on the 27 body types that are out there, you would know if you were thinking positive or not, because I guarantee you would already either be there or you'll be very, very close to where you want to be. Now, why am I saying that? Far too many times I have seen people with a air of gratitude and a mindset of positivity go out into the world and do extraordinary things. Some of you think they're faking it. They might have been at one point, but the truth is they ended up in that mindset for all time because it is giving them all that they've wanted and then some in the long run. Yes, the work is hard. Nobody's saying that having a positive mindset devoids you of difficulties and challenges, but what it does do is gives you a wider path and a wider margin for error when you are thinking positive. Why am I saying that? Have y'all ever heard of the placebo effect? The placebo effect is simple. It is where people take something that isn't necessarily real as far as the what it is designed to treat for and gives it to you, but as a result of you believing, simply believing that this product will work, it works for you. Your brain will develop a high level of chemicals that will allow you to feel more joy, such as oxytocin. Oxytocin is a chemical that you find in the brain that actually literally makes you feel happy. However, what most of you don't know is that there's a counterbalance to this, and it's called the nocebo effect. The nocebo effect is simple. The nocebo effect is defined as a detrimental effect on health produced by psychological or psychosomatic factors such as negative expectations of treatment or prognosis. So, therefore, I can tell you you have cancer. A doctor will tell you you have cancer. And you then start to create in your mind the negative repercussions of cancer. You believe you're going to die. And as a result of you believing you're going to die, your body starts to have a horrendous effect on your body's progress towards success and longevity. What we don't want to do is have a nocebo effect. There have been studies that shown that people will rub a normal regular leaf on a person's skin who is allergic to, let's say, peanuts, let's say poison ivy, all kinds of stuff. They'll rub a fake plant on them or rub a real plant on them, but it is not poison ivy or poison nettle or anything like that. And literally, these people will break out in a rash in the spot that they rubbed this plant on them. They'll break out when you tell them, or they'll freak out when you tell them that you just ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and they're supposedly allergic to peanuts. They literally will freak out and start going into anaphylactic shock, if possible. They'll turn around and complain about their throat closing. The problem is, it's clearly evident the power of the mind is very, very strong. And if you do not control the thoughts that go in and come out, everything about you will manifest itself physically. So if you think positively, you have a very positive outlook on your health, you have a very positive outlook on your life, you have a very positive outlook on your goals. Every single thing you do will be successful, whether it be now, tomorrow, or a year from now, maybe even 5 years from now. But eventually it will become a success for you. Whereas if every single time you think about something, it sucks, I hate it, it's terrible, you become the Quizler or the whiner. If you become the Quizler or the whiner, then at that point, you're going to find yourself not being successful in the gym and you're going to quit. In the book called The Charisma Myth, the author speaks about how it is important to visualize positive outcomes for yourself. And why is that? So that way you don't exude your anxieties, your fears, your anger in non-communicative ways. And as a result of doing that, you will find yourself in a position where you can, if you're visualizing things, your outlook on the outcome becomes better. I just helped proctor SAT exams today, and I instantly knew by looking at the paper who was thinking positively and who was thinking negatively. Some of the kids barely did anything on the test. And when I say anything, I'm not talking about meaning the score was low, because we don't have the scores yet. But they chose not to answer any majority of the questions. I've had students literally go A all the way down the board. Just wait for the next section of the test and just go A down the board. I have students that just flat out refuse to take it. I've had students simply go out of their way to freak out and just give up in the middle of the test. Why is that? What is the difference between student A and student B when they all go to the same high school? Obviously, there are many different factors, but I can narrow it down simply to who's thinking positively and who's thinking negatively. The ones thinking positively were finished with their exam. They answered to the best of their knowledge. They trusted themselves enough to accept the level of which what they will eventually get on their scores. They have already accepted it. They're not critical of themselves. They're just accepting. And as a result, they completed the test. They didn't rush through it, but they certainly did not take forever and a day to answer questions. Some of them had many minutes to spare, but answered with a clear head and a clear conscience. In fitness, it's the same thing. You cannot go into the gym with the expectations that you're going to fail, literally. There's difference between muscle failure and failing to get past a certain point in the training, but your expectations of failure in the sense that you're not going to lose the weight, You're not going to get any stronger. You're not going to get any faster. Your cardiovascular is going to be always terrible. These are the factors that you need to think positively on, because before you know it, you are going to see changes in your body if you allow yourself to see them. Far too many times people will put themselves in a position where all they're focused on is all the negative about them. But because they're so focused on the negative about themselves, they end up putting themselves in a position where all they will never see the positive. I could tell you 15 things that are amazing about you, but if all you see is the 5 horrible things that you look like, or 5 of the horrible things that you don't like about you, or 5 horrible things that you think other people think of you, all that you will see is just simply that. What I want y'all to do is literally take 30 seconds, not at this moment, but immediately after this video is over and you've clicked the like button and you've clicked the subscribe button, go ahead and take 30 seconds out, close your eyes, and visualize your best day ever. And I don't mean you're laid up in the bed with a bowl of ice cream and no. I mean in the sense that you woke up this morning, you got into your brand new cherry red Corvette or whatever car you want. You then drive to work and are happy to be there. You're one of the most respected people at your job. You're one of the most respected people in the field that you're in. And while not every day is the greatest day in the world, but today is. You got all your work done. You managed to leave early. Still got paid the same, but you managed to leave early. You got to do things that you normally don't get to do on a regular basis. And you had fun. You went home, you told your significant other about your experience. They joined in the positive experience that you're relaying to them. You got in the shower and you went to bed. That could be a good day for you. That could be a perfect day for you. It could be the best day ever for some. That in of itself will help you be the best you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. Have a nice day and be the best you.